2070, interstellar travel became real. Our spaceships left Earth. The stars were our destination. We were the first of our kind. Pioneers. Trailblazers. We found a new world and settled down. But something happened back home. No longer just the first. We are the last and only. And this world is now the last chance for humanity.
Hello guys, so welcome to the AMA session. NBM Metaverse team here to tell you more about this world, about what they prepare to you. And you are welcome to ask any questions in Twitch chat and in a Discord if you prefer it, and we will read it and we will answer. Hello.
So thank you, Mr. Daburudi, for hosting, first of all. And second of all, I would like to introduce team members that you still didn't have opportunity to talk with. And those are the crucial team members for the Metaverse part of the NBM project. And those are Vitaly and Yuri, design and development of the 3D Metaverse game. Please, short introduction, Vitaly, Yuri, who will start first?
Let me start. Short introduction, I think about myself. I'm kind of new to this game and personally new to NFT world, but I am not new to CGI and VFX. So as most variable part of my job here is to bring the I would say world-class visuals to our new game, and I hope we will see this pretty soon, our results. So kind of.
Hi
Yuri.
guys, thank you Vitaly. Hi guys, my name is Yuri. I am a software developer. I have great part of gaming experience in grand strategy games. And as you know, our game will be RTS strategy, and I'm sure we will deliver very good results that you even not expected.
It's a nice one.
Thank you. Thank you, Yuri. Denison, you already know, and Dmitry, the big face of behind all the cards that you're playing the game with currently. I know that all of you want answers, but I think we will start actually with exactly this. Which hint was a fake one? And this hint will answer either Vitaly or Yuri, and afterwards Denison and me will announce the winners of the contest if there are such. So Vitaly, Yuri, who will explain what was the fake hint?
So Vitaly,
Yuri.
maybe you?
You? Okay, me. So the the hint, the main our upgrade for our game is that we will be using Unity for full 3D experience for this game, and that hint was correct.
Thank you,
Okay.
Vitaly. Thank you, Vitaly. So, guys, now you heard there was actually two winners of the contest. First one to actually guess the thing was Arags, and the second one to guess correct was Grino Machino. So, big applause for those guys for seeing this through. And the second thing, I would like to let you know that we have decided to award, instead of 10 prizes, we will prepare enough prizes for everyone who participated in the contest. And yeah, I would like to hear your comments in regards to the news that you just heard. What's your opinion on it?
That's the really nice news, because this can help a lot with the game
Pretty much
development.
very important thing is that web browser game would not be able to support the quality as Vitaly and Yuri are preparing for us. So we are definitely upgrading when we are swapping to actually Unity. And not only that, I would like to let you know a few other aspects that what we are aiming for is also mobile apps for both Android, for both iPhones. We are also going with obviously the desktop apps. So the web browser game, what you're playing now, PvP will probably stay on as a web browser game, but your mining operations 2D part of the game currently will transition into the metaverse. And more on those things we will talk a little bit later. Maybe we can start with the questions so that we don't answer while talking to all of those. Let's go question by question and answer the questions that community had initially, and then we can proceed with the questions that community live on the stream has for us.
So let's check what you're asking us in Discord. A question for the AMA. First question was from the Mondo. There was even two questions. Are there plans to change the way that PvP consumables are generated? First, maybe have a separate type of mining resource, NFT and consumable, and second, allow consumable to be burned to NFTs. It's frustrating to get consumables instead of NFTs, asking Mondo.
This question was not directly related to the metaverse, but I'll be very happy to answer the question. And in regards to consumables, they are pretty much taking very small cut of what users can mine currently. And down the road, with the more features and more things coming, this percent will still go down. But you have to know that we are launching also the card game, which we want to promote. We want users to at least test. So we are providing the value through those, because those consumables allow you to pretty much gain advantage in the PvP, and therefore participate in regular events that NBM is holding every Saturday and every Monday, Tuesday. And I hope that soon we will also see the tournaments coming in, etc., etc. So yeah, that's my answer to this one.
Hope Mondo will be pleased with this answer, and let's check to the metaverse questions from the minor project Jordi Man. There are two questions from him, and some little cheating. Okay, two questions in one message. First one, will the land ownership will work like existing landholders convert NFTs to a permanent spot on a planet, and all non-landowners will work on those lands, providing income to landowners? If that's the case, are all lands from the NFTs, or are those just one slice of the total?
So should I, or Yuri, do you wish to answer the question? Or should I?
Carl, you should answer. I will answer
Okay.
a little bit later.
So guys, as you know, the land cards that you have currently, those are representing the slice of a pie, but this slice of a pie means that by having this land card, let's say that you have asteroid field land. Asteroid field land will obviously not be able to take the permanent location on some moon or on some planet, right? Asteroid field land will be placed onto the asteroid part of our stellar system. Also, it's worth to mention that it will be relevant what is the rarity and level of your land for some other details that we have prepared. The second thing of all that is important to note is that with the metaverse itself, please look much wider picture than you were looking at so far. We have currently pretty much a linear model of mining in 2D. What we are building is a very, very complex game with many opportunities, many ways to play. And of course, regarding the mining, if you have the land, you will be able to continue in the transition to mine the way you did. But that will not limit you from participating in all other activities that pretty much any other player can do without having the land card that you have currently. We have very well designed the system in a way that the initial supporters of NBM, initial investors into the project, will be rewarded. They have invested early, they have waited, and their time will come very soon, guys. Stage 3, transition incoming. I hope my answer will satisfy the question maker.
Yeah, minor project journeyman. Also, Alex XP, next question was similar to that. What's the bonus prize for those who have been with the NBM from very beginning? I'll suppose you answered to this also. But
We
there
didn't
was...
go in complete detail, but we are not even planning to go into complete detail. But what we can tell you that, first of all, there is one thing for sure. As a current mining that you have, you will be able to proceed within the special building or etc. that you will be able to proceed with the mining itself, right? And plus on top of that, you will have this plot of land, this outer cell, or depending on the land, will it be on the planet, will it be on the moon, will it be planet core, will it be the land that is underground ocean, or will it be the land that is on asteroids? It will all depend where this land can be placed, but you guys will be able to select where to place your land. If very often we are getting the question from users, okay, so how will the new users obtain lands? Since we already stated that the lands as we know them will not be generated anymore. What that means is, forget about the land cards with the statistical values, because those will not be generated anymore other than from secondary market. What will be the new mechanics of colonizing the parts of the planets, moons, and the rest of the stellar system? Those will be available for everyone. And you guys that are initially having and upgrading and leveling up your cards, you will have already colonized lands, which other users will have to go towards. Also, please keep in mind that we will have free-to-play mode. We will have in-game market for users to trade various goods, jobs, renting, and much more. But I don't think that I should reveal everything, because sometimes I like to talk too much, and someone should stop me, guys.
Yeah. Denison, you want to add something?
I just want to answer, coming back to the question. Yes, when you convert your NFTs to a spot on the planet, it will be permanent. Correct.
Okay. So let's go to the next one. It's the second question from Minor Project Journeyman. Will the space stations will be based on the entirely new, or will any existing cards will affect them? I see we have a space battle station active, but there would be odds for an active card to be that much more important than the others. So,
in regards to the, we call it HQ, H-quarter, we call it like a general base that player has, every player, new player, old player. That's pretty much your base from which you run your initial operations, etc., have storage, have access to various things, and so on. So this is not going to be the NFT, not going to be the tradable asset. This is more like you can imagine it as your station from which you can operate and store things. Please, Yuri, you can add something if you would like to.
Yes, I would like to point you guys that we will have, as Carla mentioned, absolutely new gameplay. And you will see that your headquarters, this is the place which will be also very important for you, where you will have, for example, your user interaction with different things. I couldn't open it right now, but trust me, you will be amazed maybe, or it will be unexpected for you, but it will be cool.
Yeah, we believe you. So
Thank you, Yuri.
let's go to the next one, or something, or someone want to add something to this.
I would actually like to ask one question because before we start with the next one from community.
Yeah, okay.
I would like Vitaly to tell us a little bit more about all those amazing footage. Vitaly, can you tell us about the process and
You
how
mean
it
about
goes? And
teaser? We
not
just
only
saw.
for the teaser, overall for the graphics and designs and so
Overall
on.
for the graphics.
Because,
Okay, just to show off a bit, this is combination of 20 years of experience, some talent, maybe some talent, and very complex software. And we are currently using Houdini for the most of the stuff, and this allows us to make this kind of visuals. It also allows us to make proper game models for game engine. And Houdini is our main tool, and we are expecting to use it to the whole project. All we show is mostly done within Houdini, except Dmitri's models and Dmitri's renders are usually done with Blender. But this is more to Dmitri to talk about Blender. I am more for VFX and planet generation and all generative stuff for visuals, as well as I love rendering. So this is kind of we see the results.
Could I add something?
Yeah,
guys?
sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yep. You know, guys, when at our earlier stages, we have been trying to implement in 3GS. I hope you know what it is. It's a 3D representation for web, a very cool plugin, or call it like you want. And we have been trying to insert high quality models in it. And you know, it was like a nightmare. For example, I have a good PC, but my PC and browser was, you know, like a slideshow. And we have to decide to make our game look, you know, I don't want to say bad, but not enough
Simple.
for yeah,
between simple and sorry for interrupting, between
no
simple
problem.
and truly 3D with really nice VFX and so on. So we kind of decided to switch to Unity, despite it will require us to rewrite a lot of code, in fact, and also to prepare a lot of new visuals, new models, and so on. But it worth to make it. It definitely will be a new game, and it will be beautiful. I believe this definitely will make really good one.
Also, we're planning not to make it, or we're planning it to evolve during time, to evolve and to become much better and better. And right now we don't have to think about lowering quality of our 3D models or something else. We just have to implement great game mechanics without limitation. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So next question. It's it's bold question. Last miner. There is more from him, but let's read the first. Last miner asked, it's a quote. not as you know them now. There will be new mechanics, plenty, but the rest of the map won't have what you will have as participant of the transition. As we already told, our early supporters will be avoided. So, like our existing lands are GigaChat, and the ones that you will get after Metaverse release will be more of a beta version, the difference in quality. So I believe
So
what Last Miner is asking, are the new version of the lens or something that will be represented in Metaverse is a little bit, it is a less cool than the lens we already have.
no, no, they are not less cool, but they will not be able to keep the way that you guys with the current assets can mine. So new mechanics for everyone, right? Old mechanics only for the asset holders, plus the higher rarity and level of your land, better land you will be actually be able to obtain within the stellar system. So this means that, guys, when you see the map in the stellar system preview, you see only currently the sliced it into the plots, right? On the planet that we have presented. But keep in mind that they will not be all the same. Not all areas will be equally rich with the resources, equally rich with the stuff, and so on and so on, and various features down the road. So pretty much by having a higher rarity land and higher variant, obviously, because the levels are also relevant, they will equal to the higher tier lands. And obviously, and the cost of colonizing those lands for the new players, obviously. So that's one of the things that are answering this question. Like multiplicator of resources, more resources. Melon Juicy, in regards to the metaverse, as you know, currently we have 3 token utilities, pretty much. Leveling and fusing, let's call it all within the category of upgrading. We have NBM shop, and we have, let's say, lucky draw, auction, and that's it. Within the metaverse, you will need resources for pretty much production, exploration, colonization, for a whole lot of the various things. Manufacturing, because resources will be the raw materials, manufacturing pretty much products out of those raw materials. So definitely you will need plenty of resources, and resources will not be oversupplied as we have had for a long period of time due to the fact of the certain delays in additional mechanics that have caused sink in resources. So you can forget all about this because the whole new world is opening to you with the NBM Metaverse.
Okay, next question also from Last Miner. There are a lot of text, but I believe I can ask it a more short way. If there will be land lease or something like that, where landowner can lease a spot on his or her land to advertise and earn revenue from this. And if there are some skins, NBM and buying skins for customization NFTs and something like that, that can also bring money and prevent it farming out. So the main point of this post with some percents is the land lease in the
Pretty much,
metaverse.
I would suggest like this. Vitaly will talk a little bit about the skins because that's his territory, and Yuri can talk a little bit about the leasing, renting, and so on. I mean, we already mentioned that renting mechanisms will be coming down the road, but maybe a few words from you, Yuri, on this one, and Vitaly, skin part.
Okay, guys, about renting mechanism. Yes, we're planning to introduce to our metaverse this instrument as renting, even renting inside your, for example, your dominion. Let's call it old-fashioned or your outer self. And it will be beneficial and for you and for and for the player who will be ranking. How beneficial you will know it a little bit later. But we have great ideas. So yes, about renting, yes. About leasing, for me as software developer, to rent to lease is the same. So I see it as the same word.
And for the skins, of course, we are planning a lot of skins, and we are planning to make to let player be to have some unique skins for let's say headquarters. We are also considering making more user skins for smaller things like spaceships or maybe cargos and so on. But this is things we will review them a bit later, but there definitely will be a lot of skins that player can customize a lot of elements to be unique as much as he wants.
And Vitaly, you also must mention that some games present the skins only the player could see them. But you must understand that if you implement a great skin from Vitaly on your spaceship, everybody will see this. It's
Yeah, we are constantly talking about making this fully online multiplayer games, so you can see other player skins, buildings, headquarters, and so on. There are some limitations due to real-time engine, but we are working to maximize visuals and avoid any limitation as far as possible.
Okay,
Thank you so
we
much.
are ready for the No Man's Sky 2, something like that.
Almost No Man's Sky 2.
Okay, next.
Except we are cooler, we have NFT.
Yeah, totally, we can exchange it. Next question from the Discord. It's asking Hell. Everyone is speaking the fifth token line as something that doesn't make sense. And I would actually ask whether the Leon has seriously thought about launching the metaverse in a different blockchain with benefits to the WAX players. WAX doesn't have the players base or volume to support large games and investments anymore, asking our user Hell. As much as I'd like to recoup my losses here and hang on the hope, my current intuition is that all WAX games are gonna struggle to grow and flourish. There are many ways that one could make the current assets and tokens provide value without diluting the new metaverse. For example, as an edu type allotment or vouchers for rarities, etc. etc. And starting in a new blockchain would allow for new investors and money to flow in. So I suppose Hell interested in if there are metaverse will be maybe in a new blockchain or something like that.
Let me take on this one. So first of all, I would like to mention that's actually not something new. We have already talked that we are closely working with findas.org. Everyone can check them in regards to preparation of this fifth main token. I will explain also the details now, at least the basic details, because the full documentation should be ready within under 2 weeks. And this token we are planning to launch on Solana. Keep in mind that only token will be launched on Solana for the start. We are not running away from WAX. And what we are believing is that we are targeting the conventional gamers. We are based on WAX, but we are not planning to grow to enormous numbers if we are relying only on the WAX users, because obviously for the fact WAX user base in the GameFi is very small. WAX user base also has a little bit different approach than conventional gamers have, because for the WAX user, average Vox user wants something as simple as possible that will not take his time, but that will make him money, right? So they are not really searching mostly. I'm now just generalizing. This is far from true. For you cannot say that every user is thinking this way, but this is overall average Vax user. And when you look at the other conventional gamers that are pretty much searching for a game that they enjoy to play, that they are spending money on, buying skins, with never being able to monetize them, with never being able to sell them. What we are bringing here is the blockchain utilization into the conventional gaming. Instead of following blindly the blockchain, we are making a combination that will be perfectly functioning and bringing the advantages of one side to the other side and opposite, and bringing the users from the other side into the blockchain, familiarizing them with what we are, what Vax is, what the overall Gamify is. How we will achieve this? Very often users are asking. And I will tell you, very simple. With those guys over here, because they are building a game, we are not building a clicker game anymore. 2D is one thing. We are transitioning to the 3D, guys. So we are looking at the real gameplay, at the real quality game that can compete with conventional games. So that's my part of the story. And regarding the token, one more thing, the token itself will serve as a currency for trading between users on our marketplace in-game, within the metaverse, right? So utilities for resources, raw materials, everything you need resources. The only utility for the new token, the main utility, is the peer-to-peer trading. So player-to-player trading, I mean. Of course, how you can obtain it. We will obviously use this token as well to be able to raise the funds from venture capital investors, etc. Because we obviously don't want to. We have also ditched the initial plan, as you remember. We have promised that the leftovers from the initial sale will be sold. We have ditched this idea. We don't want to dilute the market. Market have diluted already too much, and much more than we have even ever expected. And this will not happen. We have another way to do that, and to attract the money from the real capital, instead of trying to squeeze you guys. Will we have small drops in the future? Yes, we will have a small limited drops when the new features come up, so that we have some marketing as well on Atomic Hub, Nifty Blocks, etc. But the major funding for the continuation, because we this year want to grow this company. We are currently counting 11, 12 members actually with the last recruits, but we want to grow this company to much bigger numbers to be able to deliver everything in a more fast manner. We have ability, we have know-how, but with a limited amount of people, things take time. So if our team currently is able to go through the phases within 1.5 months from the phase to phase, and have 4 phases without future funding for the expansion of the team, because as you can imagine, guys, onboarding the experts, it ain't so cheap on the monthly level. And you have to also know that NBM is still running on the initial sale funds, because as you all know, we didn't do any sales after the last sale, first and the only sale. So pretty much, yeah, guys. Dennison, please. Sorry, I'm stealing.
I like it when Carlos speaks, because he exudes passion.
We all love it.
Yeah. So also on another note, we are also currently working with a few platforms, and one of the platforms that we're working with currently in the backend is to onboard, to be able to allow users that have no crypto background to just log into our site and be able to purchase our stuff and play the game. So this metaverse, the guys, we are constantly discussing about the game, and you will find that it it is a different concept. It will be a different concept than you guys or the people on Wax are used to, whereby we always talk about play to earn, right? And we are developing a game whereby we have a few layers of production: base production, level 1, level 2, advanced productions, specialists, and it will make the game much more interactive. It will, players cannot just, if you're a big player, you can't just do everything. You have to actually choose certain portions where you have to, focus on whichever your choice is. And free-to-play players will also have their own thing, right? So it is a concept that we are looking, to explore the concept of playing for fun and, of course, earning at the same time. When you have fun, you don't think of other things, and as you become good at what you're doing, playing, and if you can earn something from it, that's a bonus. So these are the things that we're looking at, into incorporating everything into this new metaverse system, of course, while still improving the existing PvP 2D game card that we have.
Yeah,
That's what
Also, I would like to add one more thing on top of this. So the free-to-play model will be designed in such a way that we are not making it in a way that it damages economy and that it causes inflation. The way we are doing it is that players who are, for example, if when I remember the initial sale, etc., we have been approached by, bigger investors that were pretty much wanted to play a game that doesn't require them too much time commitments because they have no time. They have money, but they have no
gaming
time.
guilds, right? Gaming guilds, big guilds, like 100, 200,000 community members.
But the point was that they don't want to grind, but they are very happy if you provide them with ability to simply rent their stuff to other users, to employ other users to do jobs for them. So pretty much they are the ones who will be paying the free-to-play user to do the tasks for them. So we are not causing additional inflation by introducing free-to-play model. That's one of the small things that I wanted to add.
Well, that's a great news.
Also, guys, I also would support Dennis and Carla, and I also wanted to point you that, for example, I am a big fan of Civilization series, PC games. I have played Civilization 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and currently 6. And I play it. I play it for fun. I like it a lot. I play it not to earn, but for fun. And I see with our team, we will make NBM also the game. If you want to play and earn, you could. If you want to play and have fun, you also be able to receive.
About Civilization, there was next question. Melon Free asking, somewhere Civilization 6 game, and is the exploration expansions on planets and asteroids is going to look like in the Civilization game? Like some criteria will determine our expansions and grant us to reach some extra resources on the map and get extra reward if exploding with the construction card on it. This would actually be awesome. Civilization is such a successful game where lots of stuff could be inspired from. Yeah.
I think, Yuri, you can continue because you have
Yeah, right.
experience.
Thank you, Carlo. Guys, Dennis and I, Vitaly, we have played a lot of different strategy games. Our main point not to be a copycats. We will, yes, there will be similarities with Civilization 6, maybe even similarities with Million on Mars, similarities, but it will be our own way, and it will be much better because we're gamers. We know what we like and what the gamers do.
That's a sensitive question, Yuri. I would say that our mechanics is unique as compared to other games, but we would probably share a lot of common concepts that users, especially from the conventional gaming, when they come in, they don't need to read like a whole lot of, how many pages is that? Our roadmap
Currently
Bible.
around 50 something.
so-
Yeah, 50, 50.
So we want to make onboarding easy for gamers, and they would understand most of the concepts. So, they just log in, maybe simplified login. You don't need to learn about how to make a wax wallet, right? You don't need to learn about CPU. You don't need to learn about all those nonsense. You just need to log in and buy some stuff and play the game. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we know that and civilization they have a mechanic how to acquire different hexes, but we will have our own. You will see that.
Okay, thanks.
It will be more interesting as compared to civilization, because there will be a lot of different layers of mechanics, and of course,
Well,
as
civilization
you-
is only one planet, and we have much more.
exactly. As you know, NBM is very community orientated, so there would be a lot of interesting dynamics. When players get together with each other and plan and scheme and all that. For example, when let's say when conquering a planet, right? So they were much more interesting. Yeah.
Also,
Anyone?
I would like to add that NBM Metaverse will not only be a gameplay on the planet. The gameplay will be also in the space. The gameplay will be on the planets. The gameplay will be on the moons. The gameplay will be on the asteroids. And guys, if you stay with us for a few years, you will see that one day there will be more stellar systems to conquer. Hopefully, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Also, gameplay will be under surface, which should
As well.
Yeah,
As
Yes.
well,
yeah,
yeah.
Whoa.
which we discussed. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So many details.
Next questions. I believe we answered for this one. Can you explain how our current assets translate into the metaverse? So we already answered about the lands, about constructions. What about active cards, maybe?
So first of all, constructions will be able to use them within the specified place where you will be able to, as a current user, continue your mining operation. New user can do it as well, right? But he needs to buy it from another user because we are not generating those anymore. So pretty much there is no limitation that new user cannot achieve what you can, but he will need to buy it from you guys who are having it, if he wants to go this route. As we already mentioned, in the metaverse, there will be so many different pathways, so many different things to focus on, and so many different things to spend your time on. So yeah, one thing is for sure, we will ensure that early supporters get what they deserve because they were with us from the early days and they helped NBM to continue building and to continue growing where we want to be. So additional thing is that regarding the active cards, one of the things is still operations, the classical ones that, like I already said, that will be transitioned. Of course, not in the literally just like it is now. It will be, incorporated into the gameplay, but pretty much users will be
So basically, when
Yeah,
we're
we are
ready,
live. We are fixed.
we are live.
Yeah, we are live.
so basically, when we're ready to transfer to the metaverse, all these land generations will get locked, leveling, fusing will get locked, and all the NFTs that are currently existing in circulation will have a relatable plot on the metaverse.
Which you will be able to choose according to your variant
Correct.
and according to the type of the land that corresponds to the place in the stellar system.
Correct. And the amount of resources will depend on the rarity levels of your lands when you transfer them into the metaverse. So I think that's a good enough hint. I mean, Commons one will still have something, right? But definitely, ideally, you would, you know, logically. I don't need to spell it out.
Okay, and let's go to the next questions. So we have a little more from the Discord. Last miner, once again, asking, once we assign coordinates to our lands, I guess fusion won't work the same way it does now.
Just answered by Denison.
Yeah.
Forget
No.
about
Once we are ready to transfer to the metaverse, all these land generations will get locked and leveling up will stop, fusing will stop, and all the NFTs in circulation, land NFTs in circulation, will have a corresponding plot on the metaverse. So you guys still have time to do whatever you want to do. You can still maintain your lower rarity lands, or you want to do something about it. You still have time because we still have some leeway before we are ready for this event.
I'm already have my ultimate 5 gas giant, so I'm good. Okay, next question.
Also
Yeah,
one more thing.
yeah.
Just want to stress that existing users, when they transfer their land assets into the metaverse, you will have a one-off extra thing in the metaverse. And once we lock this thing, the new users, let's say all the lands are no more in circulation, new users will not have this bonus effect. And I want to answer,
from you.
yes. And I want to answer Melon and the community as well. These 4 tokens or 4 resources that we have now will form the basis raw materials that we will use in the metaverse. So we will have few layers of production, and as we progress down along the years, it will get more advanced and more advanced. So this is something for you guys to consider.
As we already mentioned, that metaverse is pretty much building a virtual world. So what our goal is not to create, let's say, metaverse, which will be a certain game, which have a beginning and the end. No, we're creating a metaverse. We are creating a virtual world, which we are planning to develop into the new, introduce new features, introduce new stuff to do, introduce new processes, introduce new type of gameplay, etc. With the end goal non-existent, because the end goal is to continue developing and continue bringing new features into this virtual world.
Yes, I think one of the exciting things in the metaverse is because we have all these different production layers. Probably the in-game market would be a place that, you know, some people might want to be a trader and they would like hog the in-game market, right? And it will certainly be a very dynamic, because it will more similar mimic real life, you know. Certain people, they even like, for example, NBM, certain people are specialized for community development, like certain people are back-end, you know. So in the metaverse, there will be different specializations, professions. And as you produce the resources, layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, these prices will be dynamic. And as you know, certain times, certain resources will be probably lucrative to produce. And as the user base or the players start to see this profit and they shift there, and the pricing, because it's a chain reaction, it will always be dynamic. So it won't be like the normal thing we have on Wax, whereby there's a linear thing. and we can figure out, okay, this is the way that we can get the most resources. No, it won't be that way in the metaverse.
I like Bear Girls say adapt, survive.
Exactly.
And we have more questions from Discord yet, but it's already maybe answered. Chris88 asking about how the upgrading in the metaverse will be look if the ordinary upgrading will be locked.
Before you transition your land to the metaverse, you can level it up, you can upgrade, you can fuse it. But once you allocate your land card into the specific location in the metaverse, you cannot anymore do any kind of level ups or upgrades or fusing or anything similar. In particular, regarding the construction cards, etc., and active cards, obviously you will still be able to upgrade, to fuse, level up your active cards that are part of the card game, etc., etc., because the card game relies on active cards. And as you know, currently we are still in early alpha with the hard delays on the card game, but we will continuously work on it, and the card game will one day be able to compete with the top card games that are around. And you can imagine that we will not have 20 daily active users or 30 daily active users on the card game, but we will have hundreds and thousands of the active users on the card game. So, you know, we are in extremely early phase in which is still discovery needed, discovery towards the what is coming, and so on, and development, of course.
Sure.
In the new in the metaverse, you guys can think like back to the new world discovery times, right? How did we discover new lands? So the concept on attaining new lands in the metaverse would you can tie it to that kind of concept. So we will reveal how you can do it as we progress closer to the transferring of or the release or the minimum viable gameplay release. So yeah.
Okay, that's nice. And 2 or 3 more questions from this from Discord channel. Last Miner, once again, asking, as I understand, there is or will be plans for dashboard and achievements, etc. So the actions we have taken so far, upgrades, etc., will be counted, or it will start counting after the features are implemented.
Yuri, would you like to answer this one, or Vitaly?
Yes, I would like to answer this one, guys. You know that after transition to metaverse, we will not have land upgrades first. But okay, concerning leaderboards, easy peasy. We could make any leaderboard we like. It's not a web-based game. It's .NET. I'm talking right now like software developer. We could implement every leaderboard which we want. For example, you have a lot of different units, the same units, for example, 10 of these. We could make this leaderboard. Or we will introduce, I think, also different PVE elements. From PVE elements obtaining which you will receive, for example, some kind of points. And after some time, you could see where in leaderboard to comparing to other players you are. Maybe Vitaly implement his crazy ideas. He has a lot of them, and another leaderboard. Also, I would like to mention some of you who played once again Civilization 6. There are a lot of different stats. So we will introduce that stat, leaderboard stat. You can call it whatever you like, which will be interested for you. I also have a massive background, and to present how how many pieces of something there is in the metaverse. No, maybe it's interesting, but maybe not. But we all together decide what interesting information needs to be to present in leaderboards, and there will be. It's no question.
And also, I would like to mention about one thing that we didn't talk about yet, and that is about the tutorials. So we will have within the game, instead of sending the user, okay, first thing you came, okay, now go read a Bible of 50 pages. You will have a very explanatory kind of guidelines, kind of like a tutorial, which will guide you what you can do within the game, etc., etc. So yeah, much more user-friendly access, introduction to the game.
And this
I
is
think
the-
I think this dashboard, Yuri, you're planning. We are planning to make it accessible from the HQ, right? Where you have all
Yes,
the different
yes.
channels. So it'll
You know,
be
thanks,
interactive.
yeah. It will be players, early in the morning. You come to, you are rising, for example, 6 a.m. And it's 2 hours till you have to go to work. You running our metaverse. You only log into your HQ. You are looking that you are still at the first place. You are doing some actions and go to work. And
You can don't go work this day.
yeah,
yes.
totally.
Yeah, really, guys, with Unity and .NET ecosystem, we have a big plans for our game. Really, I like it a lot because I'm a player. I'm a strategy game player. I like our game already, and I'm sure you will like it too.
One addition to Yuri's words, we are constantly listening to players. We are constantly listening what players wants and trying to implement all the features that will make gameplay more comfortable, more exciting, and so on. So you can always write your thoughts in our Discord channel, and we will definitely read it, and we'll try to implement all possible features
Yeah,
for gameplay.
yes, I would like also add that every day I read our Discord channel ideas and feedback suggestion for voting, and if we see even bad or not bad or strange wild idea, we will consider it. We will discuss it. We like to do a brainstorming. It's almost every day I see Carla, Vitaly, Denison, Dmitry, and we're talking every day. We're changing our view for next step. So really, it's cool, and you could influence you could see your ideas in our heads. So take a chance, guys.
Yeah, anyone of who watching the stream, just click the link in the description to the Discord, and you can discuss all your ideas, split it out in the channel with suggestions, ideas, and feedback, something like that. We are here for you, guys. No problem. And
It's
yeah,
yeah, this is probably something the community might not know. We do meet up regularly, as Yuri mentioned, almost daily, to discuss about the metaverse. So it's been a few weeks now that we've been doing this, and we're really working hard to deliver a polished product for you guys coming into the 3D release. Also, one thing I wanted to add, Carlo, maybe we forgot to mention. This platform, we are working with a third-party platform, and this platform actually, once enabled, will allow players, not only conventional players, but players from other blockchains as well, to easily come into this game once it's done up. And we are really looking into quite a big player base towards 2024, sorry, 2000.
Sorry. We are in 20. Yeah.
Of course, 2024, much more, right? So The team is very dedicated. We are constantly will be introducing new concepts, new layers, production, new specializations, new units, new skins, for those who want to be unique in the metaverse. And yeah, it's going to be really exciting. I'm looking forward to as well because I'm a big fan of grand strategy games, 4 axis. So this one is something that I look forward to myself.
Also, I would like to answer to the question. Okay, I see Lost Handle already answered. Real Plastic, I think he missed the initial part of the AMA regarding the fifth token, and the fifth token will be on Solana. But I think we mentioned this already. Yeah.
Fifth token will be on Solana, but once we have this integration, I mean, the game is accessible to conventional gamers and people from all other blockchains. They can join in easily to our game. You don't need to have a Wax wallet. So
That's
You
the
don't
nice
need to
one.
have any wallet. You just
exactly,
log in
you
and
don't need to
play.
have any wallet. Yeah, but of course, the main token will be on Solana. But this platform, you will actually be assigned a Solana wallet, so Solana compliant wallet. So you don't actually have to go and learn in YouTube how to create whatever account that is whatever wallet that is needed for that blockchain.
And also, I would like to mention a very important thing is that if you're advanced crypto user, you can still create your wallet outside. Like, this is just additional feature for the new unfamiliar people, right? Who don't want to go and search third party, who don't want to go to Anchor, who don't want to go to Vax Cloud Wallet and create these steps, etc., etc. They will be able to do everything through the clicks within our game. So there is no big hassle for a new player introduction. And if you are user who already have the wallet, right, you can continue using your wallet. There is no problem at all. It's just the additional solution for onboarding users that are not familiar with crypto and blockchain.
Yeah, that's nice.
I mean, there's a lot of people out there that want to try out this blockchain games. I mean, I have friends in real life, right? They're asking me, hey, how do I join this? And when I start explaining that you have to get a Wax wallet and etc., they go, oh, this is too complicated for me. Of course, it's not really complicated, but the idea for a lot of people to learn something new is just off-putting. So in the metaverse, we will eliminate this so-called hardships, right? And they can just click using email or Facebook login, and they can straight away play our game.
Yeah, because if we watch some maybe Cells or Call of Duty or something like that, you need to just buy the game, and there are player base like millions people. So there are many new players who may join, but they don't know how. And this opportunity will give them easy way to our metaverse. And the last but not least, yeah, 2 questions from. Let's answer for last minor questions. One more question. When land transferring to the metaverse, will it be burned or no? As
Yes, it will
Wax
not be, it will not stay as a Vax NFT, as obviously it will be locked within the metaverse. But one thing is for sure, you will still be able to trade it within the platform, within the marketplace that we will build within the metaverse. So you will still be able to sell your land, you will still be able to rent your land, etc. But it will not be as an outside NFT, because obviously it will be imported and locked to the certain location. So yeah, this is the part on this.
Yeah.
Okay. And the question from Chief Planet. The only thing that wasn't really discussed with the recent announcements was the fate of the shop tickets. What's the fate of the shop tickets?
The shop tickets. So first of all, as we already talked now a lot, that a lot of features are coming, a lot of mechanisms, a lot of different buildings, right? Plenty of things, and some of them you will be still able to access through the shop. So that's one of the main things that shop tickets offer. If we notice that shop tickets are losing value extremely, we can easily, even in the current game, create some kind of a blending recipe, just as we did with the active cards that were obviously being oversupplied, and we had to find a solution. And we found a solution through the lucky draw, through the blending for the entries for the lucky draw, etc. There is more similar things that we can use easily to prevent something from pretty much how to say, drowning the market and losing the value. So we are constantly monitoring, and until the time comes when those shop tickets, etc., will be extremely valuable, by that time we will keep monitoring and introduce something if it will be needed, where users will be able to use it for something else, blend it to something else, etc.
What essentially is that there will be utility for the shop tickets. All the NBM NFTs will have utility. So it's just a matter of time before we announce those. We are constantly monitoring the what's happening with regards to the price movements and all these things. Yeah, so don't worry. It won't be something that is clogging up your Wax wallet.
That's a great news. Yeah,
I
real
see
place.
interesting question from Melon. I would
Yeah.
like to answer it. He's
Yeah,
asking no
sure.
more NFTs in the metaverse. So pretty much the things can come up as an NFTs, but pretty much when you introduce them into the metaverse itself, they are entering and becoming a part of the game. They will be tradable, but they will not be exportable from the metaverse itself.
So,
That's the answer.
as I understand, you can use them as NFTs in the metaverse, but out the metaverse you can only export token, something like that.
Correct. You can export the token. You can export out of the game token instantly. You can also trade the token. The main fifth token, we are aiming to list it on the major exchanges. That's one of the big things that we want to achieve, because we believe that all the top games are on major exchanges and we are not. With the wax-based tokens, with the things that we have so far, those we would not be able to achieve the things that we want to. So therefore comes into play the fifth token, which will be kind of like a major major NBM token that will be recognizable when you go to major exchanges, and pretty much not only for the gamers but also for the simply traders, right? Because for example, I myself was a trader, and many times I was trading the game tokens without even playing the game, but simply money, simply anticipating the price movements, etc. So yeah, that's one of the additional things that we want to bring within the ecosystem, because every token holder is a part of the ecosystem, right? And every holder that is not even playing the game is also beneficial for the overall price movements of the tokens. And therefore for the very common and very often question within the Vax space, what is gonna be my ROI, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So you can be sure of one thing: the current tokens, the Vax tokens, they are getting plenty of utility. What will be their price exactly? It's hard to guess, but I can tell you for sure that I will hardly can believe that they would stay at these low levels they are currently. Why? Because simply currently we have, like we already mentioned, three utilities. Out of those three utilities, the biggest one, NBM Shop, was eliminated by preventing the oversupply of NFTs. So pretty much we are currently still lacking partially the utilities. But with the metaverse, plenty of utilities are coming. It will not be anymore the situation where you have plenty of token and you have nowhere to spend it. It will be a situation where there is plenty of opportunities and your plenty of the token becomes, you realize that it's not enough for everything what you want to do. That's the point what we want to achieve. So not to be in the situation that every player is simply not having anything to do with this token and they simply what is left is okay. I go and I sell it on the market, I dump it and dump the price. And again, everyone's generating plenty. So very little amount of players are actually buying and supporting the price increase. So when you're talking about ROI, you're again referring to the token values. As we already talked about, if the token value grows double, your ROI is double if you're earning the same amount of token, right, guys? So pretty much all we need is pretty much growth in the token value, and this will come with the utilities.
Nice. Let's answer the last question from Discord. Very important question from Azar. When cartwheel from Denison?
This is something that I need to, bring the other team members on board as well. I mean, we had quite a good initial sale last year, but if you ask me personally, by definition, I won't call it a success yet. As Carlos mentioned, we are still very early in the stage. So once we are a bit more established and, everything is going smoothly, players can enjoying our game, we have a big player base, why not?
Yeah, it will be stream for you guys on the NFT Battle Miners, so
We'll get the whole
Well,
team. We'll
yeah.
fly the whole team together, and then everybody do the cartwheel.
Yeah,
No problem.
easy way.
And one thing I would like to mention, what I'm hoping for, and I've seen many times from our community, is that let's say I'm assuming that this year will be very busy until the end of the year, and then hopefully maybe end of year or during the next year, it would be really amazing to hold some kind of a live event where pretty much the whole NBM team would be able to gather and the community would be able to join us and meet us in person, etc., etc. But those plans will wait for a little bit until we go to the next level of NBM, and then we would be able to look into some kind of a live event for NBM.
Yep.
Okay, there was a question in chat from Melon Juicy. So NFTs will grant us pieces in the games that won't be NFT anymore, but we could export fifth token in and out metaverse. And is
Not
there
only also the current VAX tokens, they are still tradable, they will stay tradable, etc., right? So just so we are clear on that, all tokens in and out whenever you wish, but the land you cannot export, obviously. Construction card, if you place it in your operation, you cannot export it out of the game. If you want to sell your card, sell it before importing into the metaverse. That's the point. In and out, outside, coming out tokens.
okay, you can sell your NFT
Within,
with token and withdraw the token. But the
Yes,
question is,
the in-game market will be a very vibrant place when the metaverse is launched. So all economic activity will be in the in-game market, and it will be something that something different, right? And probably not something that is how would I say, probably Wax players would not be able to conceive this now, but it will be a interesting mechanics for the in-game market. And I would assume as we progress, there might be people who are, eventually not playing the game, but speculating on the in-game market and monitoring our announcements, So, yep.
But the question from Melon Juicy was, will there be mechanics which create NFTs tradable outside the metaverse?
Like I said, exporting the NFT out of the metaverse and trading it on third marketplace, no, this will not be possible. Importing and us creating potentially the NFTs as limited editions of something that is coming. Let's say we are introducing XX. I will not say because I promise that I will not reveal the certain details, but let's say XX asset, XX building that is needed for certain production chain. And we might, when we introduce this feature, make a limited drop of 20 of those or 50 of those for as an NFT that user will be able to simply buy outside as an NFT and import into the metaverse. This is possible, but no, not NFT out, token out. Yes.
So there will be no problem to sell NFT and withdraw token if you have if you want to read out of your NFTs in the metaverse.
Yeah, you can sell. You can sell.
Yeah.
You have a land, you can sell, but within the game marketplace, because as we already mentioned, our marketplace will become a big thing, and we will not be needing to rely on third parties. And let me tell you one more thing why this is crucial, because as we already mentioned, we are aiming to have everything on one place and not send our user go now to the Vax Cloud, go now to Atomic Hub, go now to the NFT blocks, because we are trying to onboard conventional gamers. Conventional gamer is used to do the things within the game, right? And we are ensuring that we will provide everything that is needed, and everything that you were needing to go outside, you will be able to do within our game.
Now that's essential to most parts of the games, because yeah, when users need to do more action than they want to, they usually don't do it. New
Yes,
question,
exactly.
Philopata, I believe. Will NFT mining be available after transition?
NFT mining will still be available, and as I said, as you see in our current documents, we have stated there that those rates will be changing. What that means is that potentially down the road we will introduce even more stuff that will be possible to obtain. Will NFT mining ever be bringing some extra specific, extremely riches? No, because NFT mining is pretty much if you build a solid operation, you're getting quite a few per day. So you have to understand that you will not be gaining $1,000 value of NFTs within the one day, within one operation, right? That's for the fact. So NFT mining will exist, but you have to understand that there will be no extreme values, or if we have some limited asset, this simply cannot go into NFT mining, because if this comes to NFT mining, simply tomorrow there will be 1,000 of those, right? We have already seen how what was the effect when the active card packs were having a big chunk of drop percent, and we have had extreme oversupply, and this doesn't bring good to anyone. Short term, yes, and very soon everything start going down, and then everyone is in the problem. So guys, let us continue working with the tokenomics guys who know their things, run the projections and everything, and we will ensure that we have a system where you will not have to worry that your assets are devaluating. We will create a game that is very stable and growing. So this is what I have to say on this topic.
Okay, and next one, it's not really a question, but the interesting idea. Unless writing selling in game will save the market fee. So will be market fee in the metaverse, or
Yes, yes, it will be lower than it is currently on, for example, Atomic Hub. Can someone from the community say how much are you paying now when you are buying the asset? Let's say you're buying asset for 100 VAX on Atomic Hub. How much do you pay actually? 11% up, correct? 7% NBM team, right? Our company is keeping 7%, and 4% are additional costs from the marketplace. What's our plan for for the in-game marketplace is 5% buy side, 5% sell side. What is the breakdown of this is pretty much the number is still not final, as we are waiting for the documentation, as we already noted that we are working closely with the fintas.org, and the current vision is that there will be 5% fee, 4% will be going towards the burn, 1% will be actually the income stream for our company and for funding the future development, etc. So you will not be paying 7% like you are on Atomic Hub plus 4%. You will be paying 1% plus 4%. And this 4% that you're paying will be ensuring that the fifth token, which will be deflationary, will be burning and constantly increase the value of your holding of the fifth token as well. So yeah, I hope that this answered the question.
I believe it's a nice answer. In case it wasn't a question, yeah, it was a message. But yeah, next question. I don't see any question more in chat. Only seems good from Marax. And if you have any question, guys, from the chat, I see the first message from Kevin Moore. If you have any questions to Denison, Diablo, Crow, Yuri, Vitaly, Dmitry, you can ask here while we are all together and can help you with that.
Damn, I will have to interrupt.
Yeah.
Everyone got used to my nickname Diablo Crow, but guys, you can call me Carlo. It's no problem for me. You can call me Diablo, and I have nickname everywhere. But yeah, pretty much I have a feeling that I'm the only no-name guy, like without the hiding
Yeah, just
behind.
that's just because I named you Diablo on the stream, so the viewers can know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, new question from Gimme Splinter. Any marketing plans, Crypto Stash, Seiji, or other popular YouTubers?
We will be running an extreme marketing campaign as soon as we are closing to the transition to the metaverse. We have already started with arranging various streaming communities and streaming influencers that have their own communities. So we are not targeting any more random. We will make a video for you for one review, and they're reading from the documents and having no idea what they're talking about. We have started focusing currently on actually communities that are actually playing, the influencers that are playing our game, not the ones that are just first time hearing and not even interested to learn anything about it, because that was actually proven as a counter marketing instead of giving us good marketing. The next thing that will be happening is extreme marketing campaign towards the gaming population, conventional gamers, etc. We will of course have various ways to push the marketing, because NBM was never strong on marketing, let's be honest, right? Everyone knows that. We have never been pushing proper marketing. We have never doing this part correctly as we were supposed to. But I can tell you one thing. We have currently 12 team members within the UTD Corp, within the NBM. What we are aiming this year is to, of course, expand our company, expand our team, expand our team in a ways where we were slacking before, and expanding our team towards the needs for this company and for this project to succeed. So you will certainly see positive movement on the marketing aspect as well.
Good to hear that. Denison?
Also previously, before this, we were contacted by a few gaming guilds. They have like 100,000, 200,000 members. And we left off at, the comment is that when we reach this next milestone, then we will engage them again and that would be part of marketing as well. So working with streamers, we are constantly getting feedback from their community as well. I mean, YouTubers or streamers with their own community, and we are constantly getting feedback from them as well on how to, devise or improve on our current gameplay. Of course, for the metaverse is not introduced yet, but these are all taken into consideration, as well as our community here on our server.
Yeah, you always can send your suggestions, as we already said you. Just click the link in description, join Discord, and we are all here for you. Let me check how it's. Yeah, ideas and feedback channel or any other channel. you can tag Denison or Diablo or Carla as you want, and they will answer you as they can get to it.
Let us also mention that in half an hour, we are starting also AMA on the Blank Handle community stream. So whoever missed the questions, whoever missed the initial part of our AMA, you can either rewatch it or you can hop on Blank Handle at 34 minutes from now and ask any questions that you didn't get answered yet, and we will answer them on his stream. We have actually quite busy schedule within the following few days with multiple AMAs, with the multiple marketing partners for Spanish community, for Turkish community, for English-speaking communities, etc. Also non-fungible gang, also NFT Gamer TV, etc. There is a lot of pretty much a lot of AMAs going to be played out during the following few days. So you are not late. We are very early, and we will answer all the questions you have that we can currently answer. Some things, obviously, you have to know that we have to keep for now until we have certain mechanics realized, and then we will be able to introduce it. I would also like to ask, before we head off for this stream, I would like to ask you guys what your opinion is in regards to the amazing teaser, amazing document with a roadmap, with the lore, with the stellar preview. I want to hear comments on this before we head off and get ready for the next AMA on Blank Handle.
I'm sure he's reserving some interesting questions for us on the next stream. And also, I would like to point out to our community members that you can check. We will put these schedules up as event details on our server, and you can just refer to it, that schedule. It will be in your local time zone. Also, if any of you are in touch with any streaming community, please feel free to connect them to us. We're looking to engage more communities that would eventually, be part of our playing community in the metaverse.
Also, by the way, one topic that I want to touch into in regards to the current game, we have had the bug the other day where for a short time span, Dominator stations were giving out one additional construction pack. One user that is relatively new to NBM, but far from looking new in regards to the pretty much exposure to NBM assets, he pretty much got 27 construction packs extra, the new ones, the ones that are currently quite scarce. And I would like to praise this guy because he returned all 27. He unpacked first, he leveled them up and fused them, spent his own resources without knowing that this was not normal. But we got in touch and he returned all of them, even though we wanted to leave him two for pretty much doing a good gesture. but he returned everything and wished us all the best, and even offered his help whenever he could assist on certain things. So our community is full of heroes, full of amazing people, full of amazing supporters, and I still believe that I haven't seen better community than NBM has. But NBM has very small community, keep in mind, but the quality of those people is extraordinary.
Quantity over quality.
And sorry?
Quantity
What?
over quality.
Actually, quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Because quality is what
Quality.
we
Yeah,
have.
yeah. Okay, let us give for NBM team a little break before Lost handle next stream. I believe there was last question from Yardstick, which we already answered before, and you can watch the video in the archive, Twitch videos. It will be stored for the 2 month, I believe. So
We can also upload it to YouTube
yeah,
in the following days.
yeah,
Yeah, let's upload it to YouTube.
it
And,
will be
you
uploaded
know,
later with no problem. So Yardstick, follow the announcement channel, and you will not miss the
And
this.
also join us Yardstick for the next one in half an hour if you have time.
Yeah, it
And
will
we
be
will
announcement
retouch
in Discord, I believe.
any additional questions that you might.
yeah, I'm sure we will get different questions on this next stream. So join us, guys, if you're free.
Yeah.
All right, short break.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone so much.
Thank you, guys.
Mr. Brody. Thank you, Denison. Thank you, Dmitry. Thank you, Vitaly, and thank you, Yuri. And let's
Thank you all,
prepare
guys.
for the next one.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, our ever so helpful host, Mr.
Yeah.
Daburo.
No problem. Go to Lost Handle channel. You can see it in chat right now. Just click on the name, follow, and you will not miss the next AMA session with him. And for now, we are done. Thank you for your time, guys. Thank you for your questions. We'll see you soon in other many more content which NBM team are prepared for you. So don't miss, follow the announcements, and you will be good. Thank you and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.